The trailer 2 for Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire is already here, and of course, it's full of hidden secrets. So in this video, we're going to dissect, frame by frame, all the hidden secrets in the trailer 2 of Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Let's go, I'm really excited. Welcome back to Nerds Insights, your channel for daily nerd news, and I'm really excited to show you all these secrets because I'm sure most of them you didn't notice. It's really great when you discover new things. That's the goal here on the channel, always bringing you new information. So let's press play on this trailer and I'll show you everything hidden in it that you didn't notice. But of course, before we start, leave a like on this video just to give us a little boost, to give us that engagement here on YouTube, okay? Let's do this together. Let's start by talking about Jia. Many people didn't realize, but Jia has an unusual connection with Mothra. Yes, exactly, with Mothra, not just with Kong, and honestly, I don't think that's very cool because in the original Mothra and Toho stories, Mothra had a connection with two twin sisters. Sorry, I can't remember their names right now. If you do, please leave them in the comments for me, but it's as if each kaiju had a connected human. Kong was connected to Jia, Godzilla was connected to Madison, and Mothra was supposed to be connected to those two twin sisters who worked with Dr. Serizawa, and it seems like that's not going to happen in the trailer. So a secret that seems like they're going to change, they're going to replace it. I didn't like that part very much because I think they should have kept it, even to give more depth to the characters, but it's a curious thing that might be happening. Speaking of Mothra, it's more than confirmed that Mothra will be present in this movie, Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. We see her in a very quick frame that you can only see at 0.25 speed, and even pausing the frames where we can see Mothra appearing in Jia's eyes. She also appears in another quick scene when the Monarch exploration team approaches Mothra's egg, possibly Mothra's egg. However, there are two more scenes that could also be Mothra. After I analyzed this trailer, the scene where Kong looks up, he's there in the middle of the beach, he stares with a kind of closed, kind of angry look, kind of waiting to fight with something gigantic that passes over him. It could be helicopters or planes, but it could also be Mothra. And the other scene is when Jia is in front of a curtain with some yellow dust falling, and we know that this is quite characteristic of Mothra. So even though she hasn't really shown up, Mothra appeared 4 times in this trailer. Now moving on to a line from Dr. Eileen Andrews. She says that Kong and Godzilla are afraid of what is to come, meaning they are afraid of the war that is coming, or they are afraid of the kaijus who are bringing the war. It's something quite symbolic and complex for us to think about because she should have been a little more specific about what they are afraid of. If it's the kaijus, there is a heavy story behind it, but we can see that Kong and Godzilla are indeed preparing for a war. They convey this aura of concern, of not being certain that they will win. So what did she mean by this fear of what is to come is something we have to pay attention to. I believe it's fear of Shimo. Somehow, it seems that the Titans will have a direct connection with Shimo, as if they recognize him from somewhere, or as if they know who he is. Or maybe they recognize the greatness and danger of Titanus Shimo, and even the commands of Scar King, who we must remember is an ancient kaiju, full of rituals of war, an army. He is a war general, so it could also be because of that. So let's wait for more information to come out for us to know what is happening. Another secret also in this trailer of Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire is actually more of a doubt, more of a mystery. Who is stronger, Kong or Scar King? We can see that in the first fight, Kong probably won. It's very likely that Kong wins this first fight because we see that he was dominating the fight, at least in the first frames that we saw. He manages to get Scar King on his knees, and it wouldn't make sense for Shimo to interfere in a fight in which Scar King would be winning, so probably they're in the den. Kong won this first battle even though he had a hurt arm, and we also see that with just one punch with his good arm, he manages, with his arm without the gauntlet, to punch so hard inside Scar King's mouth that he manages to pull out a tooth of the Titan that falls to the ground as if it were a meteor. And also this glove, this gauntlet, gives him very great powers of impact absorption, attack power, adrenaline spikes, so it's a very strong boost that Kong will have. However, at a certain point in the trailer, it is shown that Scar King is sitting on top of Kong, as if he were there dominating Kong in some way. So it's kind of curious because what is happening in this scene? We can't be sure what is happening and who is the strongest between them, but I believe that at his peak of power, Kong is still stronger. Continuing with the same image, we can deduce, let's say that in this image, Godzilla is biting Shimo's neck. Shimo, who seems to be 3 times bigger than Godzilla, is biting Shimo's neck, and Shimo sort of releases some freezing attack there in the fight between Kong and Scar King, and where this attack exploded, we can see that there is a strange spot in the middle of the fight, the confusion, which could be Mothra. However, I find Mothra very dark, considering that she is a shade of blue, sometimes a bit yellow, and also doesn't have the shape of a butterfly, so it's very strange what this spot could be. Let's wait and see what it is too. And now debunking something that was being said, Godzilla and Kong are not friends. No, they just decided to postpone their fight. Even though Kong clearly lost the battle, they are not friends. They will fight again, and perhaps it is Mothra herself who will come to calm the situation. We're not sure what she will do, how she will calm them down, but somehow they will have to get along. At least for now, they won't attack each other, so they can defeat Scar King and Chimo. And finally we see Godzilla using the nuclear pulse. I'm not sure if this is the same nuclear pulse he used in 2019 against King Ghidorah, but I believe that at least the basics are the same, where he is overloaded and releases all that energy, all that radiation, pulverizing things around him. The mystery of this scene is what happened for Godzilla to be so overloaded. Did Godzilla absorb so much radiation that he can't resist it? Is he not adapting? Is this scene before or after he turns into his pink form? Or is this just an attack of his and everything is fine with Godzilla? It's very mysterious what's happening because this attack wears Godzilla out a lot. It's as if he's very tired after using it, so it's a risky attack for him to use against airplanes, which is what we're seeing. So let's wait and see what's happening too. However, it's a very curious scene in the trailer that many people didn't notice. They thought it was just humans attacking Godzilla. But hey, did you notice all these hidden secrets and mysteries in the trailer 2 of Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire? Put it here in the comments for me if I missed any or your theory of what might be happening. As I'm reading all the comments, I'm reading yours now. So don't forget to comment and of course, click on that little circle that's appearing on your screen and subscribe to the channel. Your subscription is very important here because there's a lot of good stuff coming this week. Godzilla x Kong is very hot and I'll bring you all the news. New images are already leaking and I wouldn't miss it if I were you, so subscribe here with the bell activated and see you later, alligator.